And today at Autocar 66, we will show the new Grande Panda, a stylish compact, very well equipped and electrified. See more about it after the intro. And finally, Fiat started selling its new compact model, the Grande Panda, in Europe. The car, which is an icon on the continent, arrives in stores after a long wait, having been presented several months ago with much pomp and circumstance. Of course, the car will have the mission to return Fiat to the good times, having faced a drop in global sales of more than 10% in 2024. That's why Fiat is putting all its money into the launch of this new Panda, which will only have electrified versions, hybrid, and 100% electric, and is very different from its older brother. Compare the gulf between generations here in the images. The car shares its platform with the French Citroen C3, which will be slightly more expensive than it. See both here in the images, and tell us which one is more beautiful for you. Despite this, the Italian brand was the best-selling within the Stellantis portfolio. But the good sales were concentrated in the South American market, which has a range of models very different from the European one. The car hits the market with very competitive prices, starting at almost 19,000 euros for the basic pop version that uses a hybrid engine, and going up to almost 28,000 euros for the Prima configuration, powered 100% by an electric generator. Stay tuned as we show you everything about the new Grande Panda. Speaking of what catches the most attention at first glance, the Big Panda's design pays homage to its iconic first generation. Compare here the style references between the new car and its grandfather. A nice tribute, right? The lines are very square and stout, showing a very high front end that boasts square headlights with lighting with a pixel aesthetic, almost camouflaging the grille of the same style. The lower air intake also follows the same language, being checkered. The profile is that of a classic hatch, with a very flat waistline that ends in the thick rear column, which has a frame with the brand's logo. The name of the car is stamped on the body, very large, extending across the front and rear doors. The wheel boxes have very thick moldings in a trapezoidal shape, and these wheels in the top versions are beautiful 17-inch pieces. The rear is very high and truncated, displaying narrow vertical lights interconnected by a thin black bar, and has a light signature also referring to pixels like the front. The lid has the brand's logo stamped on the left corner of the piece, and the bumpers have a large portion in black, visually increasing their distance from the ground. The car is only offered in very striking color tones, fulfilling the brand's promise to banish grays and blacks from its color palette. The interior of the Grande Panda is another major highlight. It has lines reminiscent of the brand's old test track in Lingato, Italy, which is located on the roof of an old Italian factory and which is still there today. Compare here. Did you like the inspiration? It displays very horizontal lines, mixing a rounded style with very square details and using recyclable materials in the finish. The environment in the more expensive versions uses integrated digital screens, one for the instruments and another for the multimedia center, totaling more than 20 inches. Despite its compact size, the space is also a highlight, carrying 4 passengers well. The trunk can carry around 360 liters of cargo in the trunk. The equipment package has good items. It brings on board 6 airbags, auto hold, automatic air conditioning, electronic parking brake, rain and twilight sensors, wireless cell phone charger, pedestrian detection, autonomous emergency braking, traffic sign reader, among others depending on the version. The Fiat Grande Panda measures 3.99 meters in length, 1.75 meters in width, and 1.57 meters in height, measurements very close to its C3 brother. As we have already mentioned, the car will have 2 engines under the hood. A hybrid consisting of a 1.2 turbo gasoline engine with 100 horsepower, assisted by a 48-volt electrical system. Thus, the Big Panda accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 10 seconds and reaches a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour. The other option comes with a 113 horsepower, which makes the car accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 11 seconds and reach a top speed of 132 kilometers per hour. The declared range is around 320 kilometers. Drive is only on the front wheels, but an all-wheel drive version is already in the plans and should hit stores soon. The new Grande Panda is part of the strategy to unify Fiat's car lines in world markets and should be manufactured, in addition to Serbia, in Brazil and Algeria, being sold in more than 60 countries and generating a family of other models, such as an SUV and a small pickup truck. So, what did you think of the new Big Panda? Will Fiat finally have a modern product for sale? What is the best compact car for you? Give your opinion in the comment.
Enjoying this video, so subscribe to the channel and like it so we can keep on producing our content.